How's it going, everybody? Daner here with North Central Coins, and welcome back to another episode of the most rare and valuable coins from the United States. Today we're going to be discussing one of the most legendary and valuable pennies in the entire world. I present to you the intriguing tale of the 1943 copper cent. In this video, we will explore the historical context surrounding the production of this incredibly rare and valuable 1 cent coin and delve into why it holds such importance in American numismatic history. Additionally, we will discuss its distinguishing and identifying features, significance amongst collectors, and also potential value if you were ever to discover a legitimate example. Before I do get into this, I would really appreciate if you guys would smash that thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and also ring that bell notification so you can stay up to date with my new content. Also, make sure to stay to the end of the video if you would like to find out how much you could get for one of these coins if you ever found one. And then without further ado, what do you say we get right into it and discuss the 1943 copper penny? Let's get it, guys. The 1943 copper pennies, often referred to as the 1943 copper cents, are among the most famous and coveted rarities in the world of numismatics. To understand how rare these coins truly are and how they came into existence, we need to delve into the historical context of World War II and the US Mint's response to the wartime metal shortages. During World War II, there was a critical need for strategic metals such as copper, zinc, and nickel. To support the war effort, these metals were essential for producing ammunition, equipment, and other military supplies. To conserve these vital resources, the United States Mint undertook a significant change in the composition of 1 cent coins, commonly known as the penny. In 1943, the US Mint decided to transition from the traditional bronze composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin used for pennies to a new composition made primarily of zinc-coated steel. This new plan called for steel planchettes. Instead of using the old copper planchettes, the mint would use steel planchettes coated with a thin layer of zinc to protect them from rust. The elimination of copper. The use of copper in penny production would be temporarily halted to allocate the metal for wartime needs. This transition aimed to free up substantial quantities of copper for military purposes and reduce costs associated with coin production. While the US Mint successfully transitioned to producing steel pennies in the year 1943, there were some unintended anomalies. In the midst of this major change in coin composition, a small number of planchettes intended for pennies were struck in copper rather than steel. The exact cause of this error remains unclear to this day, but it likely resulted from one of the following factors. Residual copper planchettes. Some copper planchettes from the previous year may have remained in the production process, inadvertently getting mixed in with the new steel planchettes. Lubrication mix-ups. The minting process requires lubrication to prevent the planchettes from sticking to the dies. It's possible that a lubrication mix-up led to the striking of these copper planchettes. Die cleaning. There were instances where copper planchettes, possibly mistaken for steel ones, were mistakenly loaded into the coin presses. Whatever caused the birth of these Holy Grail coins, the result was a limited number of 1943 pennies struck in copper, creating an extraordinary rarity in the world of coin collecting. It's estimated that only somewhere around 20 to 30 genuine 1943 copper pennies exist today, making them some of the most sought after and valuable coins in American coin collecting. These rare pieces occasionally surface in pocket change, estate collections, or are discovered by collectors, which adds to their mystique and allure. Collectors and enthusiasts continue to be captivated by this coin, not only because of its scarcity, but also because it represents a unique and fascinating chapter in the history of US coinage. Copper pennies dated 1943 are indeed an enigmatic and rare find, considering that they were intended to be crafted from zinc-plated steel during World War II. The existence of these copper pennies, while scarce, is a matter of sheer luck if you do happen to discover one in your pocket change. Remarkably, despite their scarcity, finding one today still remains possible, but with this penny, for every legitimate example, there are thousands of counterfeits that are out there, so if you do encounter one these days, chances are it is probably a counterfeit. But you should always get it checked if you find a coin like this, at least get a second opinion by taking it to your local coin shop or sending it off to be graded. Now, some of the backstory behind the discovery of this coin. Kenneth S. Wing, a teenage coin collector hailing from Long Beach, California, ventured to create opportunities for his collection by meticulously examining the dates on the pennies he encountered in everyday pocket change, or as we call it nowadays, he was a coin roll hunter. His ambitious goal was to assemble a complete collection of Lincoln cents. His passion for collecting knew no bounds. He even persuaded his parents to acquire rolls of pennies from the bank for his inspection. His diligent search resulted in the discovery of an almost complete collection of wheat cents in circulation, including the elusive 1922 plain variety. Of all of the amazing coins he did find, he never discovered the 1909S VDB cent, but still, Wing's relentless pursuit of rare coins bore fruit in an unexpected way. In the year 1944, when Kenneth Wing was only 14 years old, he made a remarkable discovery. That discovery was a 1943 S penny, but it was made of copper rather than the expected zinc-coated steel. Instantly recognizing this coin's exceptional nature, he took it to a local coin dealer who made a generous offer of $500 at the time. However, Kenneth declined the offer, driven by a desire to uncover the truth about this incredibly unique penny. His quest for knowledge led him to correspond with numerous coin experts and authorities over the ensuing decades. One of the most intriguing pieces of correspondence came from the US Mint itself. In a letter dated August 20th, 1946, U.S. Acting Mint Director Leland Howard stated that there were no copper cents struck during the calendar year in 1943 at any of the coinage mints. Only the zinc-coated steel cent was struck during that year. Despite the official response, now 16-year-old Kenneth Wing persevered, determined to validate what he knew in his heart, that the United States Mint had indeed struck this copper penny. Wing's tenacity eventually paid off. In the year 1948, he showed his 1943S copper cent to the director of the San Francisco Mint, who privately confirmed its authenticity. Another attempt in 1957 by Wing's father to have the coin examined by the U.S. Treasury Department resulted in a referral to the Smithsonian Institute. It still remains a mystery why officials from the Treasury Department or the Mint initially hesitated to authenticate this rare coin. Fortunately, experts at the Smithsonian believed in the coin's authenticity. In a June 18, 1957 letter, Klain Stefanelli, curator of the Division of Numismatics at the Smithsonian, stated, "The authenticity of this piece is, in my opinion, beyond doubt." This sentiment was corroborated by Mr. Mendel L. Peterson, acting head curator of the Department of History. While Kenneth Wing received validation from experts at the Smithsonian, the coin collecting community remained largely unaware of this extraordinary specimen. It wasn't actually until the year 2008, long after Wing's passing, that his heirs sought to authenticate the coin through Stephen Kutaresi of Rare Coin Wholesalers. Initially skeptical, Kutaresi performed a simple magnet test which revealed that the coin did not behave like a copper-plated steel cent. He then sent the coin to NGC for authentication. NGC confirmed the coin to be genuine and assigned it a grade of AU53. Due to the extreme rarity of this type of coin and also its classification as a classic mint heir, the coin grading company NGC incorporated special designations on the holder, including the Kenneth S. Wing Jr. collection. It's essential to note that there are only about a dozen genuine 1943 copper cents known to exist and accounted for, with examples from the San Francisco Mint being the rarest. Eventually, the company Rare Coin Wholesalers purchased the coin for $72,500. It was then sold at Heritage Auctions in January 2018 for $228,000. When it comes to coins like this, their rarity is only exceeded by their value, and there are few coins in the world of numismatics that can exceed the rarity and value of the 1943S copper penny. What do you guys think about the 1943 copper pennies? What would you do if you ever found a legitimate example, or if you ever have found any of the coins mentioned in this video? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to know. Also, don't forget to smash that thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and also ring that bell notification so you can stay up to date with my new content as it is being released. But I think that is pretty much going to do it for this one, folks. So until the next one, everybody, peace out and have a good one, y'all.